Hey there, Samitian here, and welcome back to Marvel Legendary Legacy Adventure. Last time we lost to Apocalypse, and today we're going to fight him again, and this time we're hopefully going to win. So, Apocalypse, he always leads the 4 horsemen. 4 horsemen villains get +2 attack. I will remember this time immediately and not have to undo a turn because I fought something that I couldn't fight. Apocalypse wins when Famine, Pestilence, War, and Death have escaped. Master Strike, each player reveals his hand and puts all their heroes that cost 1 or more on top of their deck. And the scheme is Earthquake drains the ocean, set up 11 twists, add an extra villain group. Special rules, there are 2 extra low tide city spaces on the left side of the city, so the city has 7 spaces total. Twist, the tide rushes in, the scheme transforms. Evil wins when 3 villains per player have escaped or the villain deck runs out. And on the other side, Tsunami crushes the coast. Special rules, the low tide bridge and streets no longer exist, the city has 3 spaces total. Put the scheme on the streets to mark the edge of the city. Villains and destroyed city spaces escape, starting from the left. Twist, the tide rushes out, the scheme transforms, and then play another card from the villain deck, and the evil wins condition is the same. We are also facing the Sisterhood of Mutants, the Savage Land Mutates, and the extra villain group for the scheme is the Domain of Apocalypse. And we're playing as Cyclops, Angel, Ruby Summers, Mirage, and Magneto. So last time I thought about bringing in Phoenix just as a little bit of extra safety net to destroy things that are in the city before they can escape, but instead I'm going to go with a different strategy. The Gamoras. It's a funny card draw, easy to make infinite deck. So the first time I made an infinite with these guys, I used a Madam Hydra, and then I knee-jerk reaction banned my ability to buy Madam Hydras unless there was either a villain's commander as the mastermind or a villain's villain in my lineup. So I have a villain's villain in my lineup, so I'm going to allow myself to use Madam Hydras. Dodge is just a very strong keyword in general, and also specifically with cards that synergize with card draw, like Wield the Blade of Thanos and Retractable Sword. It's so strong that it can make an infinite with these 2 cards. I don't think I'm going to be able to make an infinite this game, simply because there's not enough KO in the lineup. It just doesn't seem possible. But it should still be a very strong strategy. So I'm going to be removing these 2 and bringing in these 2. Now here's the question, is Ruby Summers stronger than Angel? Probably. Maybe. But I like Angel a lot. I feel like Diving Catch is significantly better than every other discard synergy card I've seen. Like Guerrilla Warfare and where is it? Unending Energy. I feel like Angels is just better. So the plan is to make a discard deck. I'm allowed to use Madam Hydras now, so that will help with both the discard deck and the card draw deck. Discard deck, card draw deck, Magneto's here. He'll be fine. Magneto's uncommon is very strong. This is a very strong uncommon. I'm just putting that out there. It's just his other cards that aren't great. And the dodge ability of his other cards makes them at least like not a bad thing to buy, so hopefully I don't get Chain Master Striked while the tide is in, like I did last game, because there's not a whole lot you can do about that. Let's go. Alright, I have a 3-5 recruitment split on both sides, and both sides can buy one of the cards that I want to buy with them. So one side will take Optic Blast in this, and the other side will take Magnetic Levitation and Retractable Sword. Sounds good to me. I don't really know which order I want to do it, so I guess I'll just buy Magneto over here. Is Scheme Twist. Tide rushes in and the scheme transforms. We're going to have some escapes here probably, but I can't really do anything about that other than buy big attack cards like Optic Blast. Never mind. Tide rushes back out and play another card from the villain deck. I buy Retractable Sword, and I'm probably going to need some extra Madam Hydras over here for recruitment, in addition to the dodge ability. And drop off a friend. Alright, there's a lot of diving catches over here, which is good. I'm gonna need some recruit. And diving catch is recruit. Alright, I got my sword. I could take high-speed chase over here. Like, this synergizes with card draw as well. But this side's gonna need some recruit if it wants to get to the stolen Necroblaster. Which is gonna be hard. So I'm just gonna buy a Madam Hydra for 3. This is not going very good. I mean, I'm getting good decks. It's just that stuff is going to begin escaping relatively soon. And I would like to make it not do that. Master Strike, each player reveals their hand and puts all their heroes that cost 1 or more on top of their deck. I do want this over here. Do I want it more than a Madam Hydra, though? I think I'll take it just because I can then buy... It's a rather awkward card, currently. I think I want it eventually, so I should probably take it now. Okay. There are extra city spaces currently. No ambush effects yet. Another diving catch. When the Tide Rush is in, 4 things escape currently, which is bad. Okay, let's start by dodging this. And when I draw a card, I get +1 attack. And I will play this and draw a card. I get +1 attack. Then 1 recruits draw a card. I get +1 attack. I have 4 attack. And I can buy Stolen Necroblaster. So, you are a 4 horseman, so I cannot fight you. The only thing I can fight is this one, so I will do so. Fight when I draw a new hand of cards at the end of the turn, draw an extra card, and I will buy Stolen Necroblaster, and hopefully get some KOs. That is terrible. The villain's heroes are so not good. Okay. To attack, I discard this to get 3 more attack. Slightly better than just playing it out normally. Okay, you are at 6, so I can fight any of these. Well, I can't fight that. I can fight this or I can fight this. Or I can fight this, but I want to fight one of the ones that is going to escape soon, which I guess means Apocalyptic Rogue, because that's going to escape if the Tide rushes in. Fight this for 6, reveal the top card of the hero deck, the player of your choice gains it. I want this on both sides. I think I want it on this one more, but... Or do I? Hold up, I think I want this on this side. Because of Retractable Sword. Do I not? I think I want this on this side. That's going to be incredible. Thank you, Rogue. Rogue helped me a lot. High-speed chase is probably better than just a Madam Hydra right now. Ambush. Celine dominates all the zero-cost heroes from the KO pile. Well, not a whole lot there currently. I could dodge this. And look for what? I'm not really looking for anything, but dodging this shuffles my deck currently, which means these 6 Garbo cards are not in my deck, so I think I'll do that. I'll dodge this. And I drew a card so I get an attack, draw a card. I drew a card so I get an attack. What can I fight? You're a 4 horseman, so I can't fight you. You're a 4 horseman, so I can't fight you. So I can only fight one of these two. I'll fight the Savage Land Mutates. And fight when I draw a new hand a card at the end of this turn. I draw an extra card. I mean, any of these work. I think I want high-speed chase, though. It'll get me closer to the Angel Rare than just one of these dodge cards, right? I'm sort of dipping into my discard deck for this, but I think that's fine. Okay, Sharpened Blades will be good over here. I'm just worried that all this stuff's about to escape and everything's going to go terribly wrong very soon. Buy another Diving Catch. Okay, I'll save this one for the discard side. Okay, Scheme Twist. All this stuff escapes starting from the left. So start with this one. First I need to KO something. I'm just going to KO one of these dodge cards. I can always just buy a Madam Hydra, specifically this one. So escape. Each player reveals the top 3 cards of their deck, discard each that costs 1 or more, and puts the rest back in any order. Discard this and discard this. When a card effect causes you to discard this card, you rescue a bystander and draw 2. Each player reveals the top card of the deck, judge 1 to be best in show, and that player draws that card. This one is best in show. And then this side draws 2. And then this side reveals the top 3 cards of their deck. Discards each that costs 1 or more. Puts the rest back in any order. Okay. That's one of the 4 things Apocalypse needs to escape. Then this escapes. I need to KO something again. I think it's just going to be Mutants will rule. Like, if I want dodge cards, I can just take Madam Hydras. And then escape. Magneto ascends to become a new Mastermind. He gains the ability Master Strike. Each player reveals an X-Men hero, discards down to 4 cards. Then this escapes. Need to KO something. This is a tougher choice now. I think Determination. Okay, and then the next one I'll be in Unending Energy. Escape Cross-Dimensional Wolverine Rampage. Not even checking, no one has any Wolverines in here. And then you escape. First I need to KO something. I'll KO an Unending Energy, and then each player reveals an Instinct hero or discards a card. Did I forget to... Alright, you ascended. But that counts as an escape, so I'm gonna do this so I remember. Each player reveals an Instinct hero or discards a card. This side will discard this, which rescues a bystander, gain a shard, and draw 2. This side will reveal an Instinct so that I don't need to discard right now. I can discard later. And then the tide's over here now. This is bad, but I'm starting to go kind of ham over here on the right side, so... Let us start by dodging this. I drew a card so I get 1 attack. Then I will dodge this. I drew a card so I get 1 attack. Then 3 attack. I drew at least 2 cards this turn so I can KO a card from my hand or discard pile. I will KO this. And I will play Strength of Spirit. I will discard 6 cards and draw 6. I drew 6 cards, so I get 6 attack. Then I draw a card. I drew a card, so I get 1 attack. Then I draw 2, and then discard a card. I will discard a Trooper. And I drew a card, so I get 1 attack. No, I drew 2 cards, so I get 2 attack. Then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Going to fight. Okay, I do need to keep the city clear. I'm gonna fight you for 3, which puts you out. Then fight this for 3, which gets me a KO. I think I fight Magneto and Pestilence. I could fight Apocalypse. I'm going to need to fight Apocalypse, but I also need to make sure I keep the city clear, especially when the tide is in. So I'm going to fight this for 5. Each other player reveals the top 3 cards of their deck, discards each that costs 1 or more, and puts the rest back in any order. Discards this. Whenever a card effect causes me to discard this card, I rescue a bystander and draw 2. Each instinct and or covert hero currently in the HQ costs 1 less this turn. Well, this cost 2 instead of 3. Then I'm going to fight Magneto for 8. Do I get this fight effect? Like, I fought the Mastermind. Yeah, it says he gains the ability Master Strike. It doesn't say that he only has that ability. Sometimes it'll say that they only have the ability Master Strike when, like, a Mastermind shows up. So I think I still get this fight effect, which is, I guess, just high speed chase. I could just take a 4 attack card. There's nothing wrong with just a 4 attack card. And I do have some discard stuff over here. But I'm probably taking that. I'll just take high speed chase. Okay, this does not get the benefit from Animal Trainer because it just came out, so I have to buy Sharpened Blades instead, but that's fine, I can buy that soon. Even without the potential of an infinite, the Gamora strategy is still very strong. I could just take a 7 or a 4 attack card. But if I'm just going to take a 4 attack card, I might as well take the 4 attack card that synergizes with what I'm trying to do. Okay. I could spend a shard to fight War, and I think that's worth it. I'm going to fight you. No, I can't. You're a 4 horseman. Did I fuck that up last turn? Hold up. Did I fight a 4 horseman? I did. But I had 2 extra attack, right? I had 2 extra attack that turn. So it's fine. I think I had 3 extra attack. Yeah, you're not a 4 horseman. So I only had to spend 2 more attack. I had extra attack, I'm pretty sure. Can't fight that. I'm gonna save all the KO for this side if possible. 2 recruit if I control an artifact, draw a card. I drew a card so I get +1 attack. 1 recruit, draw a card. I drew a card so I get +1 attack. I'm going to buy a Wield the Blade of Thanos. And a new recruit. New recruits are consistent. Sidekicks have a better high roll. Okay. I want this to become a scheme twist because that'll make the tide count go out. I think my logic from last time was sound. This is going to happen eventually anyways. Like, this will just happen. There's nothing I can do to stop it. So I think just letting it happen is fine, especially now when it'll put the tide out. Okay, let's start with 2 attack. I may discard a card and get attack equal to its cost. Whenever a card effect causes me to discard this card, I rescue a bystander and draw 2. Choose Recruit or Attack, investigate for a card with that icon. I'm going to choose Recruit. Take this, put the other one on the bottom, then I draw 2. And I draw 2 and I discard a card. This is a hard choice. I want to fight Apocalypse this turn. So in order to do that, I need 12 attack. So I can discard 1 trooper. And then this one discard an agent. No, this one will also discard a trooper so that I can buy a... No, I'm just buying Determination this turn, so I can discard this. And I'm, again, just going to let this happen. I'm going to fight Apocalypse for 12. Fight! Each other player reveals the top 3 cards of their deck, KOs each that costs 1 or more, and puts the rest back in any order. That's not great. That's, yep, goodbye. Could have been worse, but still not very good. Gonna buy Determination. End my turn, and the trap has failed, so this becomes a Scheme Twist that takes effect immediately. Which means this, the Tide rushes out, and I play another card from the Villain deck. Alright, the Tide rushes in. I mean, that's fine. Start by dodging this. I drew a card, so I gain an attack. Then I draw a card. I drew a card, so I gain an attack. 3 attack. If I drew at least 2 cards this turn, I may KO a card from my hand or discard pile. I will KO an agent. And I will dodge this card. I drew a card, so I gain an attack. Then 4 attack. Going to discard 4 cards and draw 4. It's not a very good time to do this. Do I still do it? I think so. I need to get a bunch of attack to clear the city, so I'm gonna discard 4 and draw 4. Which gives me 4 attack. Oh god, how many cards did I draw this turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I dodged 2 things? So I've drawn 7 so far. I need to keep track of that. I need to start keeping track of that. I'm pretty sure I've drawn 4. Or drawn 7, I mean. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I dodged 2 cards. Then I dodge this. I gain an attack. Another card drawn. 1 attack, draw a card. I gain an attack. Gain another card drawn. And then, so this is 1 attack plus 9 more attack. I'm going to fight this for 6. Fight KO one of my heroes. I can't fight Apocalypse twice, so I'm going to fight him once. Fight! If this is not the final tactic, rescue 6 bystanders and shuffle this back into the other tactics. 1. Clone the next hero I recruit as soon as the printed costs 3 or less. 2. 3. Deal the top 3 cards of the hero deck. The player of your choice gains 1 of them that costs 3 or less. This is recruit, right? Yeah. Player of your choice gains 1 that costs 3 or less. All these are good. 4. Deal the top 2 cards of your deck, put any that costs 2 or less into your hand, put the rest back in any order. 5. 6. Get +1 recruit. That's actually good. That lets me get a magnetic levitation. Shuffle this back into the tactics. I have played one of these, so 1 recruit, draw a card. And I drew a card so I get +1 attack. 2 recruit, draw a card. card so I get +1 attack. I think I'm just going to buy Wield the Blade of Thanos this turn then. I can actually fight Apocalypse again, but I want to clear some of these. So I'm going to fight this for 8. Fight! Each other player reveals an instinct hero, gains a wound. Then I fight this for 3. I draw an extra card at the end of the turn, and I buy this for 4. And Tactical Insight for 3. Master Strike. Each player reveals a hand and puts all their heroes that cost 1 or more on top of their deck. It's actually not that bad. Buy this for 2. Buy a Sidekick for fun. Buy a Magnetic Levitation. Maybe I should have bought a Madam Hydra instead. No, this accelerates like the HQ. Okay. I've got all of my card draw synergy, but none of, or my discard synergy, but none of my discard. That's sad. Fight this for 3. Fight when I draw a new hand of cards at the end of this turn, draw an extra. Did I do it again? How much attack did I have that turn? I had 10 attack. No, I had 12 attack. Yeah, I had 12 attack, so I could have done that. Just gonna buy this and this. Could have healed the wound, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna dodge this card. Whenever I dodge a card, I get +1 attack. Or whenever I draw a card, I get +1 attack. Buy this for 3. Fight when I draw a new hand of cards at the end of this turn, I draw an extra card, and I will buy another Magnetic Levitation. Okay, to play this, I must discard a card from my hand. We'll discard this. Whenever a card effect causes me to discard this card, I rescue a bystander and draw 2. I'm going to Hyperspeed for Recruit. Get 1 Recruit. Draw 2. Draw 2 cards and then discard a card. Discard this. 3 Recruit. To play this, I must discard a card. I will discard one of these. Fight you for 5. Fight, reveal top card of your deck, draw it or teleport it. I will teleport that card. And I will buy... That's the Domain of Apocalypse, so I could fight it. Just buy a 4 attack card, sure. Weapons from Scrap Metal is very strong. Like, this is the one good card Magneto has, and it is shown up. The Tide rushes out, and I play another card from the villain deck. Okay, let's start by drawing 2, and then I put a card from my hand on top of my deck. I drew 2, so I gain 2 attack. Gotta keep track of the 2 cards I drew because I have Wield the Blade of Thanos now. Then, wait, I forgot to give me the 1 attack from this one. 1 attack, draw 2, and then put a card from my hand on top of my deck. I gain 2 attack because I drew 2, and I drew 2 cards this turn. 3 attack. If I drew at least 2 cards this turn, I may KO a card from my hand or discard pile. I don't have any wounds, so I'm just going to KO another agent. Then I 1 Recruit, draw a card. I drew a card, so I get 1 attack. I have an additional card drawn. I dodge this card. I gain an attack, and I drew an additional card. 2 Recruit, if I control an artifact, draw a card. I drew a card, so I gain an attack and an additional card drawn. I dodge this card. I gain an attack and an additional card drawn. Draw a card, and I get 2 Recruit. Gain an attack, gain an additional card drawn. Then this is 4 attack. And I'm going to discard 3 cards to draw 3. I gain 3 attack and 3 additional cards drawn. I will dodge this card. I gain an attack, I gain another card drawn. I dodge this card. I gain an attack, I gain another card drawn. And I will play these. Play this. This is 15 attack. And play this. This is 15 attack. I have 55 attack this turn. Going to fight Apocalypse for 12. This is not the final tactic. Rescue 6 bystanders and shuffle this back into the other tactics. 1. 2 recruit, usable only to recruit this. I might actually use that, so let me get a counter for it. 2. I get an extra one. Move a villain, I don't care. 3. Cipher good. 4. Each player with the most victory points draws a card. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and say that it's this side. 5. KO one of my heroes or a hero from my discard pile. I will KO this. 6. Shuffle this back into the tactics. And I'm going to dodge this card. I get another attack. Gonna fight Apocalypse for 12. Brother! Come on, okay. 6 more bystanders. 1. Put any number of heroes on the bottom of the hero deck. I'll definitely get rid of these 2. 2. Draw a card. 3. Oh, I drew a card so I get an additional attack. Reveal top card of your deck, cost 0, KO it. 4. May KO one of your heroes or a hero from your discard pile. I will KO this. 5. 6. Reveal top card of the villain deck. It's a Master Strike or Scheme Twist. You may shuffle that deck. It's not. Shuffle this back in. Going to fight Apocalypse for 12. Each other player KOs 2 heroes from their discard pile that each cost 1 or more. They don't have any. I fight Apocalypse again for 12. Each other player plays a 4 horseman villain from their victory pile as if playing it from the villain deck. Okay. You actually don't have any. Then I fight this for 6 and reveal so I don't have to discard. Play this, buy this for 4, and buy this for 2 because I have the banker stuff. Okay. This is a strong deck even if you don't get infinite. Very powerful. Start by drawing 2. 2 attack. Should I discard this to get 2 extra attack? Nah. I'll just discard a trooper and not fight this turn. Discard this with determination. I will buy probably just weapons from scrap metal, right? I mean, this is good on both sides. And a new recruit. A scheme twist. The tide comes in. Start by dodging this. 1 additional attack. Then I draw a card. Another additional attack. Dodge this. Yet another additional attack. Then I look at the top 2 cards of my deck. I draw 1 and I discard the other. I will draw this, discard this. I drew another card. Then 4 attack. I'm going to discard 5 cards and draw 5. I gain 5 attack. And 5 more cards drawn. I will dodge this. Another attack, another card drawn. 1 attack, I draw 2. And then I put a card from my hand on top of my deck. Drew 2 more cards. Then 3 attack. I drew at least 2 cards this turn. I may KO a card from my hand or discard pile. Then 1 attack, draw 2, and then put a card from my hand on top of my deck. Another 2 cards drawn. 2 recruit. If I control an artifact, draw a card. Gain another attack, another card drawn. Dodge this. Another attack, another card drawn. Dodge this. Another attack, another card drawn. 1 recruit, draw a card. Another attack, another card drawn. Didn't quite go infinite, but each of these is 19 attack. Another 19 attack. And yet another 19 attack. So I have 86 attack, I think. I think I did the math right. It's a little bit. I'm gonna fight this for 5. Fight, reveal top card deck, draw it or teleport it. I'll draw it, and when I rest the spy, start investigate the villain deck for a villain with 1 VP and put it into my victory pile. Put that on the bottom. I'm going to play this for yet another attack. I'm going to fight Apocalypse for 12. Fight! This is the final tactic. Then I'm going to fight Apocalypse for 12 again and win. What is the expected number of times to get the Immortal and Undefeated tactic per battle? I'm not a probability guy. I assume it's like likely you get it at least like 2 or 3 times, right? I'm not a probability guy, but I assume that like the first time you... Like, the first shuffle, it's a 1 in 4 chance of it being the bottom tactic. So that's a 1 in 4 chance of it only... You only facing it once. So it's more likely that you fight him at least twice than you fight him... Or you fight this tactic at least twice than you fight it only once. So I fought it, what, 4 times this battle? That doesn't seem that unlucky. Alright, let's count VP. Left side got 19, and the right side got 73. 19 plus 73 is 92. Very good. So my discard deck didn't really work as well as I hoped it would. I just didn't get enough KOs. I was saving all the KOs for this side, so I had a lot of good discard stuff, but I just wasn't drawing it in like the right configuration. I also had this rare. The Magneto rare is so bad. I mean, I guess it's not that bad. Like, you can use this at the end of the game as like a burst attack to win. I guess not that bad. This side was absurd. I got all 3 Wield the Blade of Thanos's and 1 of the 3 retractable swords. So this deck was kind of ham. It didn't quite go infinite, but even without going infinite, this is still an incredibly powerful strategy. Like, yeah, just 4. This is a little unusual, getting 4 cards that synergize with the drawing. That's a little bit unusual. There's only 6 of them, so I got pretty lucky on that front, but just look how powerful this side was. Even if I didn't have 2 of these, I still would have won this turn with just 1 Wield the Blade of Thanos and 1 retractable sword. Like, this deck is still incredible even without all of them. Maybe I should use them more. Even... No, the dodge was important. Like, the Magneto and the Viper dodging was important to the deck's power level. I don't think using it without access to Madam Hydra is a thing. So, again, I made the knee-jerk decision to ban Madam Hydras unless there's a Commander Mastermind or a Villain Hero in the setup. Just because I feel like it's so easy to make an incredible deck like this if I have access to unlimited dodge cards. It might have been a knee-jerk reaction. This might not be as powerful as it seems. Like, I might just be getting really lucky every time I play with these 2 heroes. But it feels like even if they aren't insane, they're still strong. So I think it's worth leaving this a little banned-ish. Because I do like getting this powerful, like these incredibly powerful decks, right? It's fun to go insane, like snowball and get an insanely powerful deck. Even if I don't get an infinite, it's still fun to have an incredibly powerful deck. So I want to have the ability to make the incredibly powerful deck. I just don't want every single battle I do to be, I bring in Gamora and Gamora Destroyer of Thanos, and then I win because I have an insane deck every single time. I want there to be like some limiting factor so I don't bring them in on every single battle. I don't know. I'm trying to justify my arbitrary rule change. But home rules are what make board games fun, you know? I don't know. I'm talking out my butt. Next time we're doing Battle 3. See you guys then.